Hola, witches, magical minds, and our mundane allies. It is January 28th, 2019. These are the cards of our day, and it's a blessed Monday. It's Monday, therefore, we are working with money and the law of attraction cards. Okay, we start our Monday with money and the law of attraction cards, and so we'll see what they have to offer. Hey, Callie. But yeah, hey Tracy. I don't know if you've noticed this yet today. Maybe it's just me, but there's some major. I feel like there's major like friction, chaos, like Aries type energy, like um, Mercury as well, kind of like communication, just like aggressiveness, and I don't know. There's some really interesting energy in the air, and yikes. Uh, I'm hoping to focus on this message and let us, chill out for a little bit and really focus on something that's, blessed and not that, friction and aggression can't be blessed. Just, I don't want to deal with that. Like, I don't want to, I don't want that. Hey, Tess, good to see you. Hey, Demon. Hey, Andrew. Azure. Hey, Minuet. Hey, Osa. Oh my gosh. So, okay, over the weekend, my sisters invited me to this app called Marco Polo. And it's basically like video text messaging, which is really addicting. But I have a group for those of you who join us on Patreon, patreon.com/thedeviantwitch. I decided to, another great way to sort of interact and share our story and to kind of like connect with one another, make it a little more personable. So yeah, that's been fun to do. We have our own little video chat room. It's hilarious, and it's just, yeah. So, another perk of joining Patreon. But yeah, the interaction is really cool. Just to see different types of people connecting and sharing our stories and sharing our thoughts, and just, bullshitting too, having fun. So yeah, that was interesting. That was fun. So let's make sure it's Monday. Hey, Susan. Thank you for sharing your fun little trip in the group. I love seeing those pictures. Absolutely fun. I need to turn Siri off every time I say, Siri, I'm not talking to you. Go away. Shush. No, Siri. Hola, Teresa. So yes, we're shuffling, we're focusing on our time together. And remember that this is our time together. This is your space. This is my space. This is our space. And together we create something of a sort of like safe haven where we can, be respectful, hold ourselves, honestly, integrity, and just, be good, be well, and be who we are, and not have to apologize or expect judgment for that. So this is our time together to produce a message that we can utilize in our everyday lives. So Monday's messages tend to set the intention for the week. Okay. And it's Monday, so I just want to make sure to shuffle these damn cards really well. Hey, Marion. Mars and Aries. Oh. I wonder if it's like more, I interpret it more aggressively because I communicate, like Sun in Aquarius, so like I communicate a lot, and so words are important to me, and so when things get like, rough, I don't know. Hey, Oli. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Beatrice. Hey, Manuela. Okay. That's so Monday. Okay. Yes. I don't know. But my Siri's a boy. And I think he's from Ireland. I think he's Irish. My Siri's an Irishman. Yeah. So a couple more shuffles, y'all. And again, thank you for being here with me. if you feel like someone might benefit from the messages that we're going to, pull today, feel free to tag their name or even share this with them. If you feel like someone can benefit from this, go ahead and share that with them. And we'll get into the choosing of the cards in just a second. I just like to make sure that these cards are so well, mixed up because, we use them a lot. Okay. All right. Here we go. Yeah, you got to hear me talking to myself. Got that. One more. We're good. Okay. So the first number, the first number that pops into your head out of 1, 2, and let me move this out of the way. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. First number that pops into your head. Remember, all 3 cards work with each other to produce a general message, but the way you fine-tune it for your personal situation is focus on the first number that pops into your head. That number is going to be your dominant influence. The other 2 cards will support that. Hey, Tanya. Okay, hey Tia. Hey Kavana. And yes, shuffle aggressively. Evening, hey Maggie, Moon Daisy. Hey Marley. Let's see. Okay, 3. Awesome. Again, 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and comment. 1, 2, 3. And that's your dominant card, dominant influence. The other 2 cards will help support that message. So just pay attention to that. And if you're watching the recording, you can still participate. Just comment 1, 2, 3. No worries. 1, 2, 3. And we will get into this in just a second. Those damn solar flares always, always misbehaving. 1, 2, 3. There's only three stacks, so you can choose 5 all you want, but we're not there. Hey, Vin. Let's see. 2. Hey, Angie. Hoping you're having a great day. I don't know why, but I feel like I just woke up, but I have. I've been up for a little bit. I had a coffee, but I feel kind of hungover, but I'm not. I don't get hangovers. So weird. Well, welcome, Jessica Lynn. Enjoy your time here. We're doing our general reading. I do this Monday through Friday. So, again, first number that pops into your head, Jessica, 1, 2, or 3. Go ahead and comment or write it down, and that will help you fine-tune the general message to your situation. Okay. So 1, 2, or 3, and here we go. So we're gonna get into card 1, and remember, this is our time, our space. So anything that pops into your head, any messages that you also receive, anything that you want to share, go ahead and comment and share that. You can write it down as well if you don't want to, do anything publicly. That's absolutely fine. It's your experience. So comment or write it down, and here we go. Nothing is more important than that I feel good. So nothing is more important than that I feel good. So whenever you are feeling less than good, if you will stop and say, nothing is more important than that I feel good, I want to find a reason now to feel good, you will find an improved thought. So before we go any further, let's all express, I want to find a reason now to feel good. I think that's actually really important. So, express that. You can say it out loud. Yeah, say it out loud. Don't just keep it to yourself, but say, I want to find a reason now to feel good. You'll find an improved thought. So anytime you feel negative emotion, you are in the mode of resisting something that you want. And that resistance takes its toll on you. It takes its toll on your physical body, and it takes its toll on the amount of wonderful things that you are allowing to come into your experience. So let's read that again. Nothing is more important than that I feel good, okay? Whenever you are feeling less than good, if you will stop and say, nothing is more important than that I feel good. I want to find a reason now to feel good. You will find an improved thought. Anytime you feel negative emotion, you are in the mode of resisting something that you want. And that resistance takes its toll on you. It takes its toll on your physical body, and it takes its toll on the amount of wonderful things that you are allowing to come into your experience. Marco Polo hungover, maybe. That's true. Well, thank you, Maggie. It's all good. It's just weird, energetic things. So self-care is the best care. Well, hey, Marianne. Oh, and a tree. Yep. That, making sure after teaching all weekend, making sure I feel good about the collaboration, etc. I love that. Yes, absolutely. And so it's expressing that, card 1 is very important. There's, nothing more important than me feeling good. And it's also giving us the awareness and the choice to do so when we feel ready for it. Because again, all emotions are valid. We are able to process and learn from all emotional experiences. And so we don't have to deny what we're going through. So negative emotion, if it's there, we can honor it. But when we're ready, we can be like, you know what? Nothing's more important than that I feel good. So I want to find a reason now to feel good. And then after we focus on that, we disengage with the sort of like the heaviness of what we were going through, what we were processing. And then we, look for something that is going to help us feel a little better. And sometimes that instinctually happens. And so we're like in this heavy, emotional flare. And, for those who have kids at times or, nieces and such, like you'll be in this space, you're just like really grumpy. And then like your kid or your niece or your nephew or whatever will do something hilarious and you just like snap out of it. There's things like that happen often. We snap out of it and it's like, oh, haha, we laugh and we feel better. And then we kind of, we forget what was so heavy, little by little. And it goes back to, again, focusing, hey, Amanda, it goes back to focusing on what we truly desire for ourselves. So it's keeping ourselves held accountable to our emotional value, our emotional state of being, that we are the ones who have the power to shift and change that. And so when we are feeling negative or feeling down, the key thing here for me is understanding that when we're feeling this way, it's because we are in resistance to something that we really want. There's something that's trying to come into our lives, but we are resisting it. Therefore, we are creating this massive emotional response that's making us feel terrible. And that's actually pretty cool because we realize oh, wait, this negative feeling, this negative emotion is actually preventing me from receiving what I'm working on, but this isn't a sign that what I'm calling forth is trying to enter my space, but I'm resisting. And so I'm actually, blocking that blessing or blocking what I'm calling forth into my life experience. So that's actually a very powerful thing to be mindful of, because it's important to realize this is our birthright. This is a natural for us. And so when we have these sort of emotions that are happening very distinctly and very potently, we can use them to be information to turn it around in our favor. Does that make sense? Damn notifications. There I go, being human again. Yeah, choose to feel better and choose to feel. That's I guess that we should say choose to feel, choose to feel. And no matter what you choose to feel, realize that choice is yours alone. No one can tell you one way or the other. So nothing is more important than that I feel good. And I think that's an important, it's a really good technique to do this entire week, if not longer. But so when you're feeling meh, When you're feeling like that, I was feeling like that earlier this morning. I didn't want to get up and I didn't want to do shit. And I'm like, but you're self-employed, therefore you have to do shit, otherwise you lose shit. So I guess it's a belief that I need to eradicate as well. But nothing is more important. I can say nothing is more important than that I feel good. And I want to find a reason now to feel good. And then, boom, checked into my Marco Polo group, and I think it was probably Amanda. Amanda made me laugh, and yeah, boom, there I go. Got up, took a shower, did my thing. Here I am. So we can use that to our advantage this week. Like when we're going through things or when we feel some type of way, honor those emotions. Don't just say I'm going to erase them, but honor those emotions and just be like, you know what? Nothing is more important than that I feel good. And I want to find something now to feel good, a reason now to feel good, and then allow for something better to come along. Be open to receiving that information, and then boom, there you go. Thank you, Tanya. So that's card 1, something to be mindful of. And card 2, okay, these cards are pretty cool. So card 2 is the better it gets, the better it gets. I like this. The better it gets, the better it gets. How does that make you feel? What do you think of? The better it gets, the better it gets. When you deliberately seek positive aspects of whatever you are giving your attention to, you, in a sense, tune your vibrational tuner to more positive aspects of everything. And of course, you could tune yourself negatively as well, but as you are deliberately looking for positive aspects in yourself or in others, you will find more of those things. The better it gets, the better it gets, for you get more and more of what you are thinking about, whether you want it or not. So when you deliberately seek positive aspects of whatever you are giving your attention to, you, in a sense, tune your vibrational tuner to more positive aspects of everything. So this is deliberate intention, deliberate intention. Well, that's what it is. And yes, own your power and revel in it, to reveal in it. That's what I'm telling Jade and Callie or someone feeling good. Confidence, let go of the fear and focus on positive, more positive will come. They go well. They do go well together, absolutely. And yes, me too, Marley. I like this. It's the better it gets, the better it gets, and it's like setting you up with deliberate intention. And so it's like, okay, no matter what, I can focus on the things that I like in my life. I can focus on the things that I appreciate. I can focus in my deliberate intention to, focus on the things that I love. And again, I want to always express this because I think it's so important, because a lot of people have this misunderstanding that focusing on good things means that you're lying to yourself or you're not dealing with the undercurrent, the underlying patterns that are going on, and that's not the truth. I mean, I don't feel that way. I don't teach that way either. It's extremely important to understand, what many call darker emotions or negative thought programming or anything like that. It's very important that we understand and allow that the space it needs to thrive, and so we can process and work through it so we can get to a better space for ourselves. But deliberate intention, the better it gets, the better it gets, is saying that you have the responsibility to yourself to focus on the things that you love, so you can still handle. So it makes it easier to handle the things that are challenging. So when you focus your intention on the things that you love, you open the pathway for yourself to really process the challenging situations, life reality situations that are going on, to sort of like move through. It's like a sort of energetic mental road opener, because when you focus on the things you love, when you focus on deliberate intention and allowing yourself to focus on positive things that you enjoy, then it's like, okay, I can handle this. I can handle my situation. It's not so overwhelming to me. There's aggressive behavior here. There's a lot of information. There's a lot of emotion, and it's going to make me cry, and I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to process this. But if I focus on things that I love, it's like, okay, breathe. I got this. I can handle this. And so I feel like that's something that doesn't get said enough. It's like it allows us the opportunity and the reward and blessing to process, the challenging things, the things that are a little friction and chaotic. But by focusing our deliberate intention on the better it gets, and the good things in our lives, the things we love and the things we appreciate, we are able to sort of rewrite our story and reprogram our lives. Charges attraction circuits. Are you sure it's deliberate? Are you? Could be aliens. The universe is keeping me on track with this. Lately, I find if I'm thinking negative thoughts, I will stub my toe or some stupid shit like that, and it reminds me. Spirit really wants us to get right. It really does. There's something like really going on. It's like, hello. Welcome, Patricia. We're on card 2. We'll be going into card 3 soon. It kind of moves on from last week with attract what you felt. Exactly. Exactly. It's like I feel like the cards have been moving us from our thought patterns into our emotions, into like focusing and intention. So there's different, it's handling kind of like the same thing, but from different aspects. 1 week we need to work on the mind, the next week the heart, the next week words maybe, but I concur. So choose your thoughts. If the negative thought comes, acknowledge and cut that cord and send it in love and light. If that's how you feel, you can absolutely. So if you have a negative thought, to recognize it, release it, and then immediately come up. Because unfortunately, we can. I think all understand that it is easier for people to resonate with people who have negative thoughts or gossip or express negative shit. It's like, ooh, okay, here we go. Our little snappers and our feelers are out there. It's like, okay, well, you're just as fucked as I am, maybe worse off. So let me share a story with you, because let's keep ourselves in that space. And so it's important, I think, to reprogram. Absolutely. So it's like we do have hurtful experiences. We do have painful experiences. We have life experiences. We're living this physical experience, so it's natural for us, but it's also natural for us to focus on things that make us happy. And that's something that I think we don't really comprehend. We think that feeling hurt, pained, angry, I feel like a lot of people feel like that is natural because of how things are, but that's not necessarily the case. It is natural to feel, and the feelings that you feel are your choice. And so whether it be hurtful, negative, lower vibrational, or higher vibrational, giddy and all that, it's all natural. There's not one emotion that should dominate the other. Deliberate work will encourage confidence to grow and success to bloom. Bloom. Gratitude allows for solutions. Yes. Amanda. So the better it gets, the better it gets. I like this. I like it. And so card 3, money is not the root of evil or of happiness. Money is not the root of evil or of happiness. Hey, robot. This important subject of money and financial success is not the root of all evil, as many have quoted, nor is it the path to happiness. So, when you are able to successfully control something like the subject of money that affects most of you all day, every day, you will have accomplished something rather significant. For not only is it certain that your financial success must improve, but the evidence of that success will then prepare you for deliberate is another word that keeps coming up, improvement in every aspect of your life experience. So money is not the root of evil or of happiness. This important subject of money and financial success is not the root of all evil, as many have quoted, nor is it the path to happiness. So when you are able to successfully control something like the subject of money that affects most of you all day, every day, you will have accomplished something rather significant. For not only is it certain that your financial success must improve, but the evidence of that success will then prepare you for deliberate improvement in every aspect of your life experience. What is that saying to you? How does that make you? Well, hey, Gigi. Yes, it is just a tool. So yeah, exactly. Money is a form of energy. So it's not the root of evil, but it's not the path to happiness. It's making us comprehend that we do not have to have money to be happy. It is not evil, though. So we need to also, because you have people who don't have money, you know, and they're like, well, it's the root of all evil. Money is bad. But they're just saying that because they don't have it. And then you have people who have money. Oh, I'm happy. I'm so happy I have money. But in reality, they're not that happy. So we have to have this like sort of comprehension that money is not evil. It's simply energy, you know. And money does not, it's not the path to happiness. Because when you have it, you still are left with your own, you know, shit. So it's not the path to happiness. But money is a beautiful thing. Money's a great thing. It's a wonderful thing. It's energy. It's an energetic experience that we can all tap into. And so it's extremely important that we understand that when we understand that money is a tool, then I think we disengage with a fear of money and we allow ourselves to have like the positive response to money. And that, you know, changes everything for us. When we get rid of the programming, the belief of that money is the root of all evil, it opens a pathway for understanding. You know, we can be happy with money. We can be happy without money. But we do not have to be happy with or without. You know, it doesn't have to be either or. We can be happy at all times. So money is simply a tool, just like a hammer. It's the person who's wielding it. How are you using your tools? Exactly. Always on time. Hey, Pamela. We're on card 3. I like it because if Gypsy would drop it me, like you said, we've had that card. I think we have had that card. There's 2 cards that are very similar to this one. Yeah, it makes things easier. It's not good or bad. Exactly. Having money helps us to process things easier. It helps us to work through different beliefs easier. So, you know, it doesn't make us happy immediately or automatically, but it does make things easier. So that's something that, thank you, Minuet, that we have to address and honor as well. It's like, it doesn't necessarily make me happier, but it makes things easier. And when things are easier, I'm able to focus on this and this. And then that is what brings me joy and what brings me happiness, because I don't have to worry. I'm not worried about this and I'm not worried about this. I trust that all things are taken care of. And so I understand that it's a tool that allows me to do what I love to do and to engage the way I do and not have to stress. And when I'm not stressing, I'm actually really happy. I don't even think it's the love of money that's the root of evil, because I love money, and I don't think that's an evil thing. I think that there's nothing wrong with loving money. If you love money, you know, it depends on your expression and representation of love. Like, if you love money, then that's okay. Money offers you great things. Money offers you the ability to have a roof over your head. Money offers you, you know, food. Money offers you the ability to maybe fly home when you want or when, you know, necessary. Money offers you opportunities that, you know, not having money does not always, you know, offer you. And so there's nothing wrong with loving it. There's a misunderstanding there, I feel, because there's a disconnect when you think of money and greed, and if you have some, it takes away from other people. So when you think of that, then yeah, that's not necessarily a high vibrational programming. But when you are allowed to love money and love the experience of money and what it offers you, there's nothing wrong with that in that sense. So, yes, money is not the root of evil or happiness. And so it's interesting, though, that that's our last card. So it's interesting to note the first 2 cards, what we had to process before we get into our actually that conversation of money, you know, because it's so personal to each and every one of us. And so nothing is more important than that I feel good, okay? Feeling good, we go to the last card. Money is not the root of evil or of happiness, but feeling good about our money, feeling good about our money situation, looking for the things we can appreciate and have gratitude in regards to our money, then, that's something to tap into. That helps us to grow. And so nothing is more important than that I feel good. I choose to feel good now. I choose to look for a reason now to feel good, to feel better. And so I'm looking for deliberate intention to focus on something that's going to make me feel better in any given situation. I'm taking control of my life. And I feel better. And the better it gets, the better it gets. So the more we do this, the more we receive of this great energy, and the more we are able to share, and the more we are able to, celebrate, which then leads into money. So if we can apply the first two concepts to money, we bring abundance and growth into our life. Does that make sense? Well, have fun, Amanda. I'll talk to you later. Right. Money is only a tool, and it's our personal programming that needs to be reflected on. Absolutely. Oh yeah, no worries. I mean, and we all have like those things that we've heard, or those things that we were taught growing up, like in regards to money, and depending on how we were raised, because there are people who were raised in wealthy families, there are people who were raised in not so wealthy families, there are people who were raised in mid, but then there are people who were raised in all of these houses that have different beliefs. So depending on the belief system of that house, and also there's just so much that you have to consider that we have to work through, our personal shit. Awesome. Happy birthday, Gigi-san. On the 30th? Oh, awesome. I'll be, how old am I? I'll be 30. I'll be in my 30s. I'll be 33 or 34. I think I'm going to be 34, but let's just say 33, okay? Maybe 29. So, yeah, my spouse's not happy with our money. He is so negative all the time for the lack of it. I try and tell him it's not the money that makes him happy, does it? I know, it's challenge. It's a challenge, Helen, because it's a challenge. So definitely it's a challenge, especially when people don't comprehend that if we just shift our mindset, actually it would make things so much easier. Like with my dad, my mom sometimes, like, they don't comprehend what I'm saying, and so my dad's always like, money in negative state, and I'm like, what, if you just looked at the things you could appreciate about what you're doing, you would change everything. You really would. You would notice things that you wouldn't stress so much about money. You would also be happy where you are, which opens the pathway for more to enter. But because you're stressed so much, you're focusing on all the negative, you're inviting more of that to come in. And so it just gets worse for you year after year, because you're not allowing yourself to shift your mindset and allow for something new and different to enter and take place and take roots. Yeah. Thank you, Monardy. 34. I'll be 34. Yay, 60-something. Say 29 for 35 years. So I really like the cards today, and I really think that if we set this into motion, things will get better. And if we can't invite our partners to like see or to maybe like say some affirmations, then just keep doing it yourself, and maybe introduce it to them in small bits, whether it be prayer, chanting affirmations, or just, a quote, an inspirational quote. Do what you can. Okay, so wow, this morning I was in manifesting prayer for asking for financial freedom. This puts into perspective the tool that money is. In my prayer, I also promised myself I would stay grounded and that this money will be a way to focus on what actually makes me happy. Great. Exactly. Absolutely. You know what? And for me, it's like the more money I have, obviously it helps me to pay off debt and to, take care of the irresponsibleness of my younger years. And and to step into something that I really love. And then the more money that I receive, the more I'm able to do, the more I'm able to give back as well, because that's something that's extremely important to me. So being of service and being able to give back in certain ways, it's a passion of mine, because I don't want to just take. I want to make sure that there's this thank you. I'm grateful for what you have offered me, because again, I am witch full time, so I live off of my of doing things like this, Patreon, the readings that I do, the clients that I have, all of that pays my bills. That's my full-time job. But I love it. It's my passion. It's what makes my heart grow. And I continue to do it because this is, I feel, what I'm here for. And I look at money as a blessing because I receive it and it allows me to do what I need. But also when I have more, or when I have extra and I'm able to do something for someone else, that just, I love it. Or when I have more, then I'm able to maybe give something else for free, or, I like to give back. That's important to me. And so I see it being recycled, invest in me and I invest in you, and we're sharing. So I like that. That's how I view that experience. That's right. I had someone gave it away. I love it. Yeah, absolutely. I can create more art. I love that, and give back to, exactly. Yeah. And, money flows. And this is another thing. Money, it flows. So if we hold on to it with fear, we're not going to get any more back. But we don't have to, get crazy with it and start spending everything. But when we understand, like when we pay bills, that money is going to come back to me. I'm doing what I need to take care of myself. I'm taking care of myself by paying my bills. And I understand it will come back to me. I trust it will come back to me. When I pay for groceries, same thing. Or when we go, or you pay cash for something, bless it. Bless your money. It's going to come back. You will be provided for. You'll be taken care of. When we start to shift our perceptions about money, we start to open the pathway for more abundance. We start to receive more in different ways. And it's just fun. It's fun and it's very rewarding to know that we are able to bless one another and to share, to grow, and to expand. And when you're in that mindset, when you feel that energy, you just feel better than worrying and stressing, Oh, yes, I love that minuet. Yes, I do love that. Okay, so sorry. Okay, here we go. These are the cards for our day. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me. I really appreciate it. It makes me really happy. And I don't know, today just made me, I went into this like kind of like aggravated, and today, like all together, all of us, y'all helped me to like just raise my vibration, and I'm smiling. I can't stop smiling, and I feel like high, but I'm high on good energy. But I really do appreciate each and every one of you taking the time to share this reading with me. And again, I'll be back tomorrow with more cards of the day. And again, if you want to, not necessary, but we have the birthday wish list up. So if you want to bless me with an oracle deck or even a book, what I'm doing is anyone who purchases off the wish list, I will share it with you. So I will use that deck for cards of the day. I'll use that book to do a review, share some content so that you're involved as well. It's my way of also saying thank you and giving back. For exclusive content such as spells, formulas, and just to keep up to date with so much. Also to join our, Marco Polo video chat group if you want. It's not necessary. Join patreon.com/the Deviant Witch. That's where I do all my exclusive content. We have monthly astrological video overview, and then I do videos for each zodiac sign. There's psychic development workshops. There's so much that you receive. But yeah, go ahead and check that out. If you want to be a part of our Deviant Witch community, the Facebook group, just, there's a link in the description as well. There's so much. But again, thank you. I appreciate you. And I will talk to you soon. Blessed be.